All right, so let's go ahead and do the step for how we change a mixed number into an improper fraction. So let's go ahead and start. I take my denominator and multiply it by my whole number. So I'm going to do 2 times 2 gives me 4. Now I want to add my product, which is 4, to my numerator. So 4 plus 1 gives me 5. So I'm going to take 5 and I'm going to go ahead and rewrite him down here because I'm kind of entering into step 2, which is rewriting my division problem, right? So 5 is my numerator, and what's my denominator? Remember, that is the denominator from your previous mixed number. So that's 2. I'm going to put 2 down here. Alright, so I'm rewriting my problem. Bring down your division. Bring down 1/4. Now, am I ready for keep, change, flip? Yep, I sure am. So I'm going to take keep, change, flip. So I'm going to go ahead and make little arrows because that just helps me think about it visually to see how I keep things, how I change it, and how I flip it. So I'm going to keep 5/2. I want to change division to multiplication, and I want to flip 1/4 or find the reciprocal of 1/4, which is 4/1. Now, next step, it was do what? I believe it was step 4, which is multiply across. So I want to do 5 times 4, which gives me, I hope you said 20. And then 2 times 1 gives me 2. Now, we can go ahead and turn this into a mixed number, right? We're not simplifying until we have our mixed number. So it is an improper, so we want to go into a mixed number. So let's see. 2 goes into 20, and it happens to be a whole number, which is 10, right? So that would be my answer, okay? So let's go on to number 5. Let's do, yeah, I think we've got enough space. So number 5, it's a little bit different because I happen to have 2 mixed numbers. So I've got 3 3/5 divided by 2 1/2. Now please remember, this number, this fraction, this mixed number is called the dividend. That is listed first, divided by 2 1/2. That is called your divisor, right? So let's go ahead and change this mixed number into an improper fraction. So let's set up, I want to do my denominator times my whole number, which is 3. So 5 times 3 gives me 15, plus my numerator gives me 18. This is my new numerator, so I'm going to go ahead and write him down here, 18, and I'm going to keep my denominator from my previous mixed number, right? I want to keep 5. So what we did here, what 5 times 3 plus 3, that just finds my new numerator, right? So I've checked this off, I've turned that into an improper fraction, right? I want to go ahead and bring down my division sign, because I'm running into step 2, right? So I want to take this mixed number and I want to go ahead and change that into an improper fraction. So let's do that. So 2 1/2, I've got 2 as my denominator times my whole number, right? 2 times 2 gives me 4. I hope you guys can see that. Oops. 4, and I want to add that with my numerator. So I want to add my product to my numerator. So I get 5, right? So 5 becomes my new numerator for down here, right? So 5 becomes my new numerator, and what is my denominator for my new improper fraction? That's 2. I hope you said 2 because we just keep that, right? We keep our previous denominator. So I have successfully accomplished step 1, right? Now I've actually accomplished step 2 as well. So I've changed my mixed numbers into improper fractions, and I've rewritten my division problem. Now I can move on to step 3, right? I want to keep 18/5. I want to change my division, and I want to flip 5/2, right? So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and just draw my arrow to the right. You can draw them down. I would prefer that, but I'm going to start running into the other problem and I don't want to confuse you. So I'm going to keep 18 over 5. So I'm going to go ahead and put 18 over 5 right here. I want to change division to multiplication. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to multiplication. And then want to flip 5 over 2 to 2/5. Alright, so I can go ahead and take this and I can multiply across, right? So I'm going to do 18 times 2. And then I'm going to get, let's do 36. And I'm going to get 5 times 5. And that'll give me 25. Ooh, now this is a good one. Now, before I do this, am I going to simplify right here? Nope, I sure hope you said no. Because what do I need to do first? I need to make this improper fraction back into a mixed number. So can 25 go into 36? It sure can. It can only go in there one time. So I'm going to just draw a big old 1. And how much is left over? 25 can go into 36 only once, but what's left over? 11. 11 is left over, and that becomes my what? Numerator. So that difference between your, how many times your denominator goes into your numerator, that becomes your new numerator. And then I keep my denominator, right? That's 25. Awesome. So let's go ahead and move on to another mixed, divided by a mixed number. So I think you guys definitely need that practice. So let's do 8 1/5 divided by 3 4/8. So step 1, right, was take my mixed number and change them into improper. So I'm going to just go ahead and work this out. Again, you guys should have been pausing throughout the videos to see if you can do it. You pause it, I'm just going to work it out, and you guys just follow along, okay? So pause it, work it, and come back. So 8 times 5 gives me 40. And then I'm going to add my product to my numerator, which gives me 41. That's my new numerator. So 41. And I'm simultaneously, wow guys, I cannot speak. Simultaneously doing step 1, changing from mixed to improper, and rewriting my problem. And then I want to keep, so I'm going back. So 41 is my numerator, and I want to keep my denominator 5. I'm going to rewrite my division problem. So I'm bringing down division, and then I want to do my second mixed number, which is my divisor. I want to fix my divisor to an improper. So 3 times 8 gives me 24, plus my numerator. The product plus my numerator gives me 28. This is my new numerator. So I'm going to bring this guy down here. And I'm going to keep my previous denominator. I'm ready to go. So step 3, I want to do keep, change, flip. So do my little arrows. I want to keep 41 over 5. I want to change my division to multiplication. And I want to flip 28 over 8 to get 8 over 28. So now I'm ready to multiply across. So 41 times 8, I'm going to do some side math if you don't mind. 41 times 8, 8 times 1 gives me 8, 8 times 4 gives me 32. So that is 328 over 5 times 28. Some more side math. Over 140. Now, do you think 140 can go into 328? I think so. I don't know if it can go in twice, so I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to do some more side math right over here. So 140 times 2 gives me 280. Ooh, I'm going to see if I can go in one more time. So 140 times 3. Ooh, too much. 3 doesn't work. So my whole number in this case is actually 2. Meaning 140 can go into 328 twice. Got it? So my number, 140 times 2 is 280. What's my difference between 328 and 280? So I want to subtract 328 minus 280. that gives me 48. So that difference, again, is my numerator. And then I want to keep my denominator from the previous problem to 140. Am I done? No. Remember, we've just changed my improper to a mixed number, right? So once we've done that, we actually now have to simplify. That is my very last step. So is there a number that can go into 48 and 140? Yes, so that's 2. I want to try 2. Maybe I can simplify even more. So remember, carry your whole number. So 2. So 48 divided by 2 gives me 24. And then 140 divided by 2 gives me 70. Now, is there a number that I can simplify 24 and 70? Probably. Let me check that out. Let's see. So let's do it again. You can do 24 divided by 2 and 70 divided by 2 again. Carry. I'm just going to keep going. If you guys can realize that there is actually a larger number to be simplified, then you do that, because I'm just going step by step so you guys can see. And